Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a MAC starter kit. So these are just my suggestions of what I think are the most important products that MAC carries. So I wanted to start off with makeup brushes, and I have a few here. And I'm going to start off with face brushes. The first one is the MAC 168 brush, and this is an angled contour brush. I don't believe that there are any dupes out there. If not, maybe Sigma has a cheaper alternative. But I have had this brush for a very long time and nothing has shed, like no hairs have fallen out. And I just love the density of this brush. It's perfect for contour. Another face brush that I love is the MAC 169 brush. And this is another contour brush, supposedly, but this was not angled. You can use it for contour, but I like to use it for blush. Another brush that I really like is the MAC 252 brush. And this is when I originally ordered this brush, I thought I was ordering an eyeshadow brush. And I thought it was going to be a lot smaller than it is. It's quite large and it's not good for like actual shadow. I think it's perfect for concealer though. Cream concealer, not liquid concealer. It's good for putting cream concealer on under your eyes and then blending out with something else. Now onto eye brushes. The first one I have is the MAC 242 brush, which is again very similar to the 252, only smaller. It's perfect for packing on shadow on the lid. The next two brushes I have and the last two I have are very similar. However, I think both are necessary, but if you're on a budget, definitely you only need one or the other. The first is the MAC 217 brush, and it's the brush that everyone raves about. It's perfect for crease colors, but I also really like the MAC 221 brush, and it's perfect for going really like getting really into the crease. It's a precision brush, so I absolutely love it. I use it on a daily basis when I don't want to get stuff too above my crease, like shadows too above my crease. So I do really recommend these. If you're looking for brushes to buy from MAC and you don't have like a budget, I recommend getting both. But if you're on a budget, I would definitely recommend the 217 brush over the 221 brush. I think it's more necessary because you can blend out the colors and you can put colors on, like you can put it precisely as well. So definitely the 217 brush over the 221 brush, but I love the 221 brush to get really precise in there. Moving on to primers, the first one I have is the MAC Prep and Prime Skin Base Visage. Essentially, this is like another moisturizer and it acts as a primer as well. I've heard that this is good for oily skin, but on my non-dry skin days, I guess, I use this as well. It makes your makeup just look extra radiant without making you oily. So if you're oily, definitely recommend this for you. If you have normal to combination skin, I also recommend this for you. If you're extremely dry, you should definitely go for Strobe cream, which is the next thing I have. The Strobe cream, I don't know if you've watched me before, but if you've been watching my videos for a while, I absolutely love the Strobe cream. It really makes your skin look dewy and illuminated, and that's what I absolutely love about it. Like, it's insane how much I'm obsessed with this. Like, even just by taking a little drop, you'll see, like, it just makes everything so illuminated and, I don't know, glowy and healthy looking. So if you have really dry skin, or if you want to achieve that really healthy glow, definitely recommend Strobe cream for you. Another primer I recommend is the MAC Mineralized Charge Water. This is a hydrating mist. So this is very comparable to the Tatcha Luminous Skin Mist or whatever. The one that Jaclyn Hill says Kim Kardashian uses. She's the one that, like, she's the beauty guru on YouTube that started that trend. I have purchased that and I have used it in my videos if you have seen them before. But I also really like before that I was using the Charge Water from MAC, and it works just as well. It just gives you another level of hydration. So if you're really dry, I really recommend that for you. And the last sort of primer, I guess, is the MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus. It's not really a primer. It could be used as a primer, it could be used as a setting spray. I use it as both sometimes, honestly. It really just helps keep your makeup in place all day. If I could choose one primer out of all of them, it would be Fix Plus. Some people think it's absolutely unnecessary. Some people think it's just water, and it's not. It has glycerin, which is an ingredient that helps your makeup stick to your face, and that's exactly what you want in this. So I absolutely recommend Fix Plus if you don't have it yet. I have two more Prep and Prime items that I totally forgot about. Another one is the MAC Prep and Prime's, what's it called? Highlighter stick. and this is in Radiant Rose. So essentially it's just like a pen that you use to, as a highlighter. I would personally rather use concealer. I actually haven't used this in a very long time, and I don't really plan on using it that often either. It's just something that I thought I would throw in this video. Something that I do use quite often is the Prep and Prime lip primer, I guess. And it just basically is a little lip pen that hydrates your lips before you put on lipstick. I recommend doing this as your first step period out of everything you do for makeup, because I wouldn't put this right before you put your lipstick on, because then it's gonna slide everywhere, because it's super hydrating. I highly recommend this if you have really dry lips. And if you're gonna put on a matte lipstick after, also recommend this a lot. So for foundations, I have two options here. The first foundation is the MAC Studio Fix Fluid, and it looks like this. The one thing I don't like about this is that it does not come with a pump. The pump is separate, and I believe it costs $10 or something like that. Ridiculous. This is in NW15. It's really good coverage, and so if you like full coverage, don't really recommend this for you. But it's probably medium to full coverage. But if you are oily, this is a great foundation for you. If you are dry, a really good foundation for you is the MAC Studio Sculpt. This is also in NW15. I love the packaging of this a lot more, though it's kind of long. It's hard to fit in my makeup bag sometimes, but I really like it because it's not a glass. You have no idea how many times I've broken some foundations that can come in glass, and it kind of bothers me. But this foundation makes you look really dewy and healthy. So if you like that on a daily basis, I would definitely recommend getting this one. Now, if you're not a fan of liquid foundations, I do have one, what's this called? Mineralized foundation. And this is the MAC Mineralized Foundation. And it's obviously a loose mineralized. I actually use this sometimes as a setting powder because it doesn't cake up. So sometimes I'll put this on and then I'll put this over it, and it makes my skin just get that extra coverage that I couldn't achieve with this alone. By the way, this is also a medium to full coverage. You could build it up to a full coverage. But I really like this. If you're a fan of mineral makeup, then this is for you. But I do use this as a setting powder sometimes. So if you like setting powders, I would highly recommend that. If you're not a fan of mineral makeup, or you just don't want to use that as your setting powder, a good setting powder is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Natural. This is in medium, and it did break, so I'm kind of sad, but it has lasted me a very long time even with the broken one. This is like the old packaging. They have since have new packaging. For concealers, everyone that watches my videos knows that my holy grail concealer of all time is the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, and this is also in NW15. However, this is still lighter than the NW15s of the foundation, so it does act as a highlighting concealer, and I really like the consistency of this. It's very lightweight, but it's very full coverage and very long lasting, like the most long lasting you could ever get. And the only thing that I don't like about this is the packaging, because it does break a lot. Like, I've broken 2 of these before, I think. But this is a constant repurchase of mine. It has been for years. I absolutely recommend it if you like full coverage, lightweight feeling concealer under your eyes. If you're a fan of creamy concealers, I would definitely go with the MAC Conceal and Correct palette. I really like this though, and I actually use it in a tutorial that I did today. I really like this because you have many options. You have your correctors down here, and you have many options for different types of concealers that you want, and they are creamy. So if you have oilier skin, this would probably be better for you versus like something like this that might just rub off within a few hours. Another setting powder that I extremely love is the MAC Pro Emphasize powder, which is this one right here. It gives you a very nice sheen slash glow. I wouldn't say glow, I don't know how to say it. It's very good for highlighting under the eyes, so I set my concealer with it very often. It is kind of drying, so if you have dry skin, I would be careful with that. It does come in a palette like this, or you could get it in a palette. I think you could buy this separately. I'm not 100% sure now. So this is Pro Emphasize powder. This is Sculpt, which is the contour shade, and this is Gold Rush, which is the bronzing shade. Then this is Fleur Power, Peaches, and Sunabisque. So you have like your rosy toned you have your rosy tone blush, you have your peachy tone blush, and you have a little bit of a darker blush here. I highly recommend this palette, but if I were to recommend one thing out of here, it is the Pro Emphasize powder, because it definitely makes your concealer last all day, and it also gives you that nice glow as well. If you don't like those bronzers, I really highly recommend the MAC bronzing powder, and this is in Refined Golden. This does have sparkle, so if you're not a fan of like the shimmery sparkle and bronzers, I don't recommend this. Some people think that this is too dark for like really fair skin, and I disagree with that, because I have fair skin and I make it work. I just use a light hand, and I love what it gives me. Like, you know, the sparkle and all that, it makes my skin look super healthy and bronzed up. And I do love to use both of these. I would recommend this bronzer over this bronzer, but I definitely, out of this palette, think that you should get the Pro Emphasize if you're looking to start up your MAC kit. I have two mineralized skin finishes, and they are essentially highlighters, I guess. The first one is Soft and Gentle. It's the most famous one of all. I've had this for like a few years now, and it's even in the old packaging, so it does last a long time. So this has gold flecks in it, and it's like definitely a warmer toned highlight shade. The other one I have is the Mineralized Skin Finish in Lightscapade, and this is definitely a cooler toned highlight shade, and this is what this looks like. It's gorgeous on the cheekbones. Moving on to eyeshadows, I have quite a few. The first shadow that I highly recommend is MAC Soft Brown. Here's what it looks like. I talk about it in like almost every video, and I highly recommend this because it's a perfect transition shade. It complements a lot of skin tones, and it's perfect for a transition shade for any look that you could possibly ever do. Another shadow that I absolutely love is MAC Shroom, and this is the perfect highlight shade, and I just like to highlight my brow bone and inner corner with this color. Another shadow that I absolutely love is MAC Amber Lights. This is a very nice gold toned shadow, and if this is too gold for you, then I recommend All That Glitters, which is a little bit lighter of a gold. Blushes that I highly recommend from MAC, you can get them in pan form, or you can get them like in this kind of packaging, like the Mineralized Skin Finish packaging. I got them in pan form because I am a huge fan of blush palettes. I don't know, I'm just weird. So this one is Blush Baby, and I highly recommend this because it is a rose tone blush, and here's what this looks like if I have room to swatch anywhere else. So that is Blush Baby. Another one that I highly recommend is Well Dressed, and this is a very light pink blush, and I use this on a lot of tutorials. So this is not showing up very much, but it's a very, very nice color. I have one lip liner that I recommend if you're starting your MAC kit, and it is the lip liner in Edge to Edge. It's a very nice nude color. I think that one needs a very good nude lip liner. I have decided that I for sure am doing a MAC lipstick collection, but for now I'm going to show you the ones that I absolutely recommend and I can't get enough of. The first one is Syrup, and this is a luster. I'm almost out of this. This is my all-time favorite lipstick right now. Like, when I'm done with this, I will definitely be repurchasing it. It is a very nude, everyday pink color. I wear this like literally almost every day, not even kidding. If you want something a little bit lighter than Syrup, I would go with Patisserie, and this is just a peachy tone nude, and it's even more light than Syrup. And it's just a little bit more wearable. These two colors are so similar, so it really just depends on whether you want a pink tone or a peach tone. If you're looking for something a little bit like darker, then I would go with Cosmo, and this is like a bit of a redder tone, like a brown tone nude. And I wear this a lot on a daily basis as well. The most common MAC lipstick right now is Velvet Teddy because it is a nude, a brown tone nude, and it is matte, and I love this color too. So it really just depends on what color you are looking for. I'm just giving you the ones that I recommend for if you're starting your kit, but if you could only afford one of these, I would say go with the color that you like the most. My favorites are Syrup and Velvet Teddy, but I do love Cosmo as well, and sometimes I do wear Patisserie. Like, those are my 4 favorites, my tops. Like, I wear them almost on a daily basis. So that's it for this video. I really hope I didn't overwhelm you guys. I know that I mentioned a lot of products, but again, I am not bragging about what I have. I'm just trying to show you your options. In the future, I really would like to do a MAC eyeshadow collection video and a MAC lipstick collection video. So if you want to see that, please give this video a thumbs up. If you enjoyed this video, also give it a thumbs up. And make sure you subscribe to me if you want to see more from me. And I'll see you guys in my next video.